Hi, I'm Action Jacqueline. This guided meditation is part of my free 21-day Mind Over Matter meditation journey designed to help you build self-esteem and get more out of life. To sign up for free and receive the entire program of 21 videos, go to actionjacqueline.com/meditate. Ready? Subscribe to my channel and let's begin. And as you prepare to relax very deeply, you could begin by closing those eyes if you haven't already, and realize that in allowing yourself to drift into a trance, there really is nothing you need to do consciously. No need to try to not need to try not to try. To let your conscious mind wander away from these words and into thoughts about this and that. And that's perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay if you find yourself daydreaming and drifting. You're perfectly okay. And if a part of you wants to attend very closely to each and every word, it's really good that body can relax in its own time, in the way it knows best. No need to relax too soon, for you can really take all the time you need here and now to go into whatever trance feels right for you. It could be the kind of trance where you feel wonderfully light and floaty, with a sense of soothing inner warmth, like sunlight warming the face and the lips forming a gentle smile. It could be a slow, steady sense of sinking, like sinking into a hot bath, the steam and the water soothing away tension, breathing in comfort, breathing out tension, like a wonderfully relaxing sigh. And a part of you could become involved in that as particular parts of that physical body begin to relax all by themselves. And you can be curious about what's going to happen this time. Will it be those hands that relax first, or those feet? Will one hand feel particularly light and one a little heavier or warmer? Perhaps you'll notice mental images, perhaps consciously at first, images of the day so far, of things you need to do, and how in time you can notice those images becoming increasingly unconscious, dreamlike fragments of a green field, or a vast desert, or a blue sky, as the conscious mind drifts in and out, just like that breathing slows into its own rhythm all by itself. And just how distant can a thought be? Because you could wonder consciously when you're shifting from light trance to deep trance, or narrow trance, or wide expansive trance. As you drift deeper still, you could notice that conscious wandering happening all by itself, some way over there, like distant thoughts. And I wonder what you would see if you could float out of yourself and turn around and see yourself relaxing deeper still, watching the expression on that face, softening, smoothing out that jaw, loosening, the rise and fall of that chest. That's it. And can you know how deep a mind can go into the trance here, or the one over there, whichever is deeper or more enticing, and that is your choice. It's your choice in the knowledge that a transforming dream can seem like the gleam in a diamond that contains, that's it, what it is as you really relax, that you going all the way down do not know yet, into the brilliant white light of that gleam. No need to not go all the way in, 2 times as deep into the comfort of immersing yourself in the most spectacular of dreams, soaring through the clouds, unseen inner landscapes, yours to enjoy any sooner than you feel that now is the time. That's it. And there was once upon a lifetime a little girl who would sit on the porch of her aunt's house by the sea, and her aunt would sit in her rocking chair and point out at the ocean and say, "Just look at the way the light shines on the water." And the girl would gaze and gaze and gaze, transfixed by the majesty of that view, and how she saw within that sea so many shades of blue and green, of turquoise and glinting light, of waves and surf, and how she felt herself time and again sink right into those moments, breathing in the essence of them, into the core of her being, seeing the colors so vividly and feeling her place in that scene, that as the sea was part of the earth, so was she, that she came out of this earth like an apple from the tree and had always been a part of it, that this moment had never happened before and would never be repeated ever again, that the crashing of those waves, the breeze against her face, was utterly unique, and that equally she was unique as her fingerprints. And a fingerprint cannot help but be perfect in its uniqueness, that the waves of those lines can never be improved, just as the waves of that ocean, their rhythm, their color, were utterly perfect in their uniqueness. And that little girl grew to become a young woman, and she experienced some difficulty in finding the enjoyment she once drew from life, feeling more and more like she was drudging to work and drudging home again and again. And she had not visited her aunt for some time, and the day she returned and greeted her aunt, and the two of them went out onto the porch, the young woman was very depressed to see that a huge oil rig had been built in the bay which the house overlooked. And she told her aunt how terrible it looked, an ugly eyesore running the view. And her aunt looked at her very gently and then gazed straight out at the water with a little smile and paused. And after some time she said, "I know, dear, but nevertheless, just look at the way the light shines on the water." And it is the case, is it not, that if you were in a shipwreck and were washed ashore on an island, all you would really have was who you are, the essential universal spark that is your essence. And that essence has depths you have yet to discover. It has quirks and eccentricities, strengths and weaknesses, ambitions, fears, desires, and hopes. But beneath all that, a sense of beingness, that you simply are, unfolding through time, like a tree extending its branches to the sky and sending its roots deep into the ground, and your ability to relax with yourself, with all parts of who you are, and to be able to embrace them with a real warmth and understanding is something which can truly assist you in accepting yourself as really being okay as you are, like welcoming your strong points, welcoming your weak points, as making up the essence of you in this moment, welcoming your body as it is, your personality, your intellect, welcoming your hopes and fears, even your drive to improve, welcoming any tendency to judge yourself unfairly, welcoming the totality of who you are, and resting in the warmth of knowing that just as a tree knows it's okay simply to be a tree, just as the ocean knows it's okay simply to be the ocean, you can really let go into the sense that it's okay to be who you are, alive, unique, and part of this earth. And I'd like you to find here and now a time in your past when you lacked self-acceptance, when you felt somehow that who you were just wasn't good enough, that you weren't okay as you were. And when you find that time, I'd just like you to take a look at yourself in that situation, the expression on your face, the way you were moving, seeing that younger you, thinking all those things about themselves back then. That's it. And I want you to just take a moment to step closer to that younger you and communicate with them, to offer them the love and acceptance they needed, to really know that they are okay. And you might do that with a look or with words, even giving them a hug, to simply let that younger you know that they're okay as they are. And just notice how the expression on their face shifts, how their body relaxes. Noticing how this changes the way they feel. That's it. And as they do it, and as they do that, you could even step right inside them and just experience that sense of, oh well, this is me. This is simply who I am within that pastime, and feel what it's like to relax with that. And each time you do this, you can embed this acceptance deeper into different past times, noticing how this influences your future, how simply being you begins to become a simple part of who you are, socially, at work, sitting by yourself, lying in bed, after succeeding at something, after failing at something, that there's an essence of simply being that rests under and supports everything you do. And as you begin to come back to the here and now, you can bring this acceptance and beingness back with you. That's it. Knowing that you can accept yourself, your body, your mind, your life, while also knowing that you can create change to where it is you want to go. But it begins here with a full self-acceptance of yourself. And you begin to notice that as each day goes by, you're able to create the life that you desire because you fully accept yourself in the here and now. And you can bring this acceptance and beingness back with you. That's it. Preparing to become wide awake now as you notice the position of your arms and legs, the sensation of whatever's supporting you and your body. And then in your own time, just open your eyes, feeling refreshed and alert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Each and every time you come back to this meditation, you're going to notice a greater sense of peace and well-being and more motivation to take care of yourself, And if you haven't found a movement practice yet, you can join us in the Stretchy Fit app, where I've created an entire Pilates Sculpt program just for you to do alongside your meditations. Info for that is in the description box below. Now go and have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow.